And I thought, everything I've tried, I've been working at you for 3, 5 years. I've tried every drug, every scan, everything that I could possibly try, and you just not been taking your medicine. As a clinician, I obviously controlled my temperament.
Was there an event or a person or something that you saw or heard or experienced that really opened your eyes to the idea that more attention should be paid to behavioral issues?
Yeah, I remember a patient probably over 10 years ago where she was a typical severe asthmatic. And this was in the pre-biologic era, so I didn't have an injection to treat her phenotype. So inevitably, in those days, you ended up treating the comorbidities in the hope that if you treat the comorbidities through the law of marginal gains, you treat every little bit, your combined outcome will be greater. Unfortunately, this patient ended up on oral corticosteroids. You know, it's a no-go area. It's the last thing we want to do is commit somebody to oral steroids, but it's the only way we can control her disease. So I thought. Then over a period of a couple of years, she was meant to be taking these oral corticosteroids, but I couldn't make sense of a blood test at all. There were still surrogates of inflammation being there, and I ended up doing a load of physiological tests and doing scans and imaging, and I couldn't understand why, you know, despite steroids, it was just not working. Then obviously the most important thing was, look, you've got severe asthma, you're supposed to be on steroids, are you really taking your medicines or not? And she denied. She says, no, I'm absolutely taking my medicines as well, which then spurred me on. Cracked on, did some more investigations, couldn't understand why it was. Then I said, look, I've tried everything. I haven't got anything else to do. What's going on? She said, are you really, really taking a medicine? Previously, it had been almost like a bad news session, telling a patient that they've got cancer when you're actually saying, yeah, I don't think you're taking your medicine. You get tears and you get a lot of rejection. And then as a clinician, if you haven't got the skills, you back off and you don't stray down that area. But this time around, I had nowhere else to go. To this lady, I said, look, I've done all these tests. They're telling me that you ain't taking your medicine. And I was quite firm and strong with her. And then we had a cathartic moment. She broke down and said that, yeah, you're right. You know, I'm really appreciative of everything you tried for me. And I thought, everything I've tried, I've been working at you for 3, 5 years. I've tried every drug, every scan, everything that I could possibly try, and you just not been taking your medicine. As a clinician, I obviously controlled my temperament, but timing the opportunity around non-adherence is really important, because even if you're met with resistance at the first step, don't give up if that is still there, because many patients will resist. And then as soon as we addressed that, I was able to get into her stories. So the mistake I made is I thought I understood the patient, but I actually didn't. Once she opened up, you ain't taking my medicine, then I thought, yeah, why? Tell me about yourself. And then he went into sort of body image issues. They gave her bruising. They gave her a bit of side effects. None of this she kind of told me beforehand. And it made her put weight on. And she wasn't changing the dress size, but she just felt unwell. So as a result of that, she avoided taking the medicine. So I think once I got to that stage where I had a real conversation with her, her asthma improved phenomenally. And I wish I'd just done that earlier. So, you know, every time now, every patient I see, Kevin, first thing I ask, you taking your medicines? Yes, no. And most of the time they do, but actually I don't know whether they are or not. So I took it upon myself that I need to understand adherence better, because I will be doing my patients a disservice if I don't. And I need to understand adherence, and I need to arm myself with the right tools to do the best I can with that adherence. I'm still working on it, but I think I'm probably slightly better than I was 10 years ago.